whispers of Jimmy Kimmel being fired have circulated, sparking widespread speculation about the future of late-night television. This essay delves into the origins of such rumors, the potential implications for his career in the industry, and the reality of his continued presence on air. The enduring appeal and relentless scrutiny of late night. In the ever-evolving landscape of television, few genres command the same blend of cultural relevance, political commentary, and pure entertainment as late-night talk shows. For decades, these programs have served as a nightly ritual for millions, offering a comforting blend of celebrity interviews, comedic sketches, and a digestible recap of the day's headlines. At the heart of this enduring tradition stands the host, a figure who must possess not only sharp wit and charisma but also an uncanny ability to connect with a diverse audience, often navigating contentious topics with grace and humor. Jimmy Kimmel, with his affable demeanor and knack for both light-hearted banter and poignant sincerity, has carved out a significant niche in this competitive arena, becoming a household name and a fixture of ABC's primetime schedule for over 2 decades. However, the world of celebrity is also one rife with speculation, rumor, and the constant churn of online chatter. In an age where information spreads at lightning speed, often unchecked, even the most established figures are not immune to the swirling vortex of unverified claims. It's within this context that the phrase "Jimmy Kimmel fired" has occasionally surfaced, echoing through social media threads and online forums, prompting a collective gasp and a flurry of what-ifs among his dedicated viewership and casual observers alike. Such headlines, whether grounded in truth or pure fabrication, tap into a primal curiosity about the stability of our cultural icons and the often brutal realities of the entertainment industry. This essay will explore the genesis of such rumors, examine the pressures and dynamics that could hypothetically lead to such a dramatic shift, and ultimately, provide a grounded perspective on the current reality of Jimmy Kimmel's position in the late-night firmament. The persistent rumor mill, the internet, a double-edged sword of information and misinformation, is often the birthplace of such dramatic pronouncements. In the digital age, a single tweet, a misconstrued comment, or even a satirical piece can quickly morph into a widely accepted truth, particularly when it involves a public figure. The speculation surrounding Jimmy Kimmel's departure from his long-held hosting duties is a prime example of how quickly a narrative can take hold, even without substantial evidence. These rumors often gain traction during periods of perceived vulnerability for a host or a show, such as dips in ratings, contract negotiation periods, or after a particularly controversial segment. For a host like Kimmel, who isn't afraid to wade into political commentary or express personal opinions, there are always segments of the audience ready to pounce on any misstep, real or imagined, and amplify calls for his removal. Furthermore, the nature of celebrity news thrives on drama. A headline suggesting a major shakeup, like a beloved host being fired, inherently grabs more attention than a simple report of business as usual. This creates a fertile ground for clickbait and sensationalism, where the line between fact and fiction becomes increasingly blurred. Fans, critics, and casual observers alike are drawn into the discussion, each contributing to the echo chamber that can make even the most outlandish claims feel plausible. Understanding this dynamic is crucial to dissecting why such rumors about Kimmel, or any long-standing host, periodically resurface, despite their often unfounded nature. The evolving landscape of late-night television is not a static entity. It is a genre constantly adapting to shifting audience behaviors, technological advancements, and the ever-present political climate. The pressures on hosts today are arguably greater than ever before. They are expected to be politically engaged yet broadly appealing, culturally savvy yet timeless, and consistently funny while also capable of moments of genuine pathos. This intricate balancing act means that the future of Jimmy Kimmel Live and shows like it is under constant scrutiny. Linear television viewership has been steadily declining, with younger audiences increasingly turning to streaming platforms and short-form digital content. This necessitates a constant reevaluation of what makes a late-night show relevant in the 21st century. Hosts must now not only perform for a live studio audience and a broadcast audience but also curate viral moments for YouTube, TikTok, and other social media platforms. A joke that falls flat, a guest who generates controversy, or a political stance that alienates a segment of the audience can quickly become a national talking point, amplified by online discourse. This intense scrutiny means that every decision, every monologue, and every interview is dissected and debated, adding immense pressure to maintain relevance and avoid missteps that could fuel calls for a change. In leadership, the industry itself is in flux, with networks constantly reevaluating their programming strategies to capture elusive viewership, making the position of any long-running host seem perpetually under review. Even if it isn't. What if? Imagining a post-Kimmel era. While the premise of Jimmy Kimmel being fired remains firmly in the realm of speculation, it's a thought experiment that highlights the significant role he plays in the late-night ecosystem. The hypothetical scenario of Jimmy Kimmel's dismissal would undoubtedly send shockwaves through the industry. For ABC, it would mean a monumental decision about who could possibly fill such large shoes. Late-night slots are highly coveted and incredibly difficult to establish. A new host would face the daunting task of building rapport with an existing audience while also attracting new viewers, all under the intense glare of public expectation and comparison. The impact wouldn't just be on ABC. It would ripple across the entire late-night landscape, potentially shifting viewership to competitors like Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Fallon, or even creating an opportunity for a new voice to emerge on another network. The unique blend of humor, heart, and occasional political fire that Kimmel brings to his show would leave a distinct void. His ability to pivot from a silly segment like Lie Witness News to a heartfelt monologue about healthcare or his children's health issues demonstrates a range that few hosts possess. Replacing such a versatile talent would be a Herculean task, requiring a successor who could not only entertain but also resonate with audiences on a deeper, more personal level, a quality that has become increasingly important in the modern late-night format. Kimmel's enduring appeal and controversies. Despite the occasional rumors and the inherent pressures of his job, Jimmy Kimmel's career trajectory is marked by remarkable longevity and adaptability. He started his late-night journey on a network not traditionally known for its late-night prowess and built his show into a formidable competitor. His appeal lies in his relatability. He often comes across as an everyman, someone who can laugh at himself and genuinely connect with his guests. He has also demonstrated an impressive capacity for growth, evolving from a more irreverent, sometimes edgier host in his early days to a more refined, yet still sharp, commentator on current events. Of course, no public figure, especially one in late night, is immune to controversy. Kimmel has faced criticism for past sketches, jokes, and even some of his more personal monologues. These moments, while challenging, have often served to solidify his connection with his core audience, who appreciate his honesty and willingness to engage with difficult topics. His emotional monologues, particularly those concerning his son's health, showcased a vulnerability that resonated deeply with viewers, transforming him from just a funny host into a figure capable of profound emotional connection. It is this blend of humor, authenticity, and a willingness to be vulnerable that has allowed him to weather various storms and maintain his position as a prominent voice in American television. The reality check. Beyond the headlines. Ultimately, for all the online chatter and hypothetical scenarios, the truth about Jimmy Kimmel's employment status is straightforward. He remains the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live. His contract with ABC has been extended multiple times, most recently in 2022, securing his position through the $20,252,026 season. Network television, particularly in the late-night slot, values stability and established talent. While ratings are always a factor, the investment in a long-running, recognizable host like Kimmel is significant, and networks are generally reluctant to make drastic changes without compelling reasons. The entertainment industry is indeed fickle, and careers can change in an instant. However, the decision to fire a host of Kimmel's stature and tenure would be a massive public undertaking, not a quiet dismissal. Such a move would typically be preceded by official announcements, press releases, and widespread media coverage, none of which have occurred regarding Kimmel. The rumors we often encounter online are, more often than not, products of the internet's insatiable appetite for drama and speculation, rather than reflections of actual network decisions. Jimmy Kimmel continues to be a vibrant and influential voice in late-night television, navigating the complexities of his role with a blend of humor, insight, and an undeniable presence, leaving us to ponder what truly defines a host's longevity and impact in an ever-changing media landscape.